You. Yeah, you with the bags. Don't you dare take another step toward that door. Those belong to a resident here, not some transient passing through. And just like that, my Tuesday, the one that started out so boring it was almost peaceful, exploded into the kind of circus only suburbia can cook up. The sun was shining, sky was the color of a brand new swimming pool, and I was living my best life in a faded white t-shirt and pajama pants with tiny cartoon spaceships, which, honestly, is just what remote work looks like for me these days. I'd just gotten that "your groceries are arriving" notification, which, I won't lie, gives me a little rush. Like, I imagine it's how my ancestors felt after a successful hunt, except my prey is overpriced oat milk and some kale I'll regret buying by Thursday. I'm opening the front door, big smile, ready to grab my bags, and that's when it all breaks apart. Because there, smack in the middle of my lawn, is this woman who looks like she was summoned from a parallel universe where flamingos and business meetings collided at high speed. She's older, late 60s maybe, hair lacquered so tough you'd need a diamond saw to break through it. And she's rocking this Pepto-Bismol pink pantsuit that's burning holes in my corneas. Her fingers out, shaking with the sort of righteous fury that makes you check for lasers. The target? Some poor kid, 16, maybe 17, black, dressed in the blue vest of the grocery delivery service, clutching two bags that, as far as I can tell, are definitely mine. The kid looks frozen, eyes huge, caught between running away and bursting into tears. Meanwhile, she's posted up like she's the border patrol for my doormat. My brain's buffering. You know the spinning wheel of confusion? That's me. Looking from her to the kid to the groceries, my celery's sticking out. So, like, come on, it's mine. Then back to my own open door. I pay the mortgage. I get the junk mail. My name's on the deed. But she's talking about transients and acting like I'm the one who's out of place. I've seen her and her yappy little dog on this street for 2 years, exchange those awkward neighborly nods, and now, suddenly, it's like her hard drive's been wiped clean, factory settings, prejudice. So here we are, me, the remote working pajama bandit, and Leo, I see his name tag later. 2 black guys on one patch of grass, which, in her mind, clearly equals grand larceny. She's stepping in front of him, chest puffed out, whisper hissing about seeing his van circling the neighborhood and how now he's offloading stolen goods. Not on my watch, she barks. The poor kid stammering, holding up his phone. Ma'am, I have a delivery for this address, but she's not here for facts. She wants a showdown. And all I can think about, God help me, is the ice cream in those bags melting by the minute. So I step in, soft, calm voice, the one I use for stray cats and the IRS. Excuse me. I say, those are my groceries. I ordered them. She whips around so fast I'm worried for her vertebrae. Scans me, spaceship pajama pants, ratty t-shirt, bare feet. And she's not seeing a resident. She's confirming her suspicions. In her universe, a black man in pajamas is not a remote worker. He's the lookout for this kale smuggling operation. She gives me that, "Oh, I'm sure you did" sneer and starts constructing this elaborate crime. Me and Leo splitting the haul, robbing some poor unsuspecting family, maybe the Millers or the Ainsworths. I hold up my phone. Ma'am, look, here's my app. It's got my order, my address, a cartoon van. Look, that's me. But she won't even glance. You people and your doctored screens, she sniffs. My grandson showed me all about deep fakes. There it is, you people. Leo tries again, offers to call his manager, says his GPS tracks him to this exact address, but she cuts him off, shrieking, "Don't you lie to me." Leo flinches back, on the edge of tears, and now I'm done being calm. This isn't just confusion anymore. This is harassment, I say, and tell her, "You need to get off my property now." Her face twists like I've insulted her ancestors. Your property? I'm the president of the Homeowners Association. I protect this neighborhood from criminal elements like you, and I'm not going anywhere until the police get here. Out comes the phone, thumb jabbing like she's ordering a drone strike. She calls 911, voice instantly morphing from attacked dog to fragile victim, giving them our address, describing us as 2 large, aggressive men. I'm average, Leo's 140 pounds soaking wet, but sure. She claims we're robbing her neighbor, creating her own little crime drama. Leo's white-knuckling the bags, whispering, I can't be late. I just started this job. I feel sick for him. He might lose his job over this insanity. So we wait. Frozen in the most awkward silence ever, the Karen standing guard at the edge of my lawn, arms crossed, radiating the kind of smugness you only get from years of petty power. Leo's trembling, looking for an escape route, and I'm just trying not to make a sudden move that'll end up twisted into aggression. Sirens grow louder, slicing through the quiet of our cul-de-sac. The squad car rolls up, no lights, thankfully. 2 cops. One older, tired-looking, mustache and everything. One young, eager, standing tall like he's hoping for his first big bust. Karen's right back in character, hand on chest, voice shaking, telling them how she bravely stopped a robbery in progress. Officer Mustache asks, "Ma'am, what seems to be the problem?" She points at Leo and me, telling the whole fantasy. Robbery, criminal operation, stolen groceries. Officer Eager's eyes narrow at Leo. "Son, is that true? Where'd you get those bags?" Leo stammers, "Delivery, for him." Now it's my turn. "I live here. I ordered those groceries. This is my address. There's no crime." Officer Mustache sighs, already picturing paperwork, but Officer Eager's giving me the full side-eye. I pull out every receipt, every app notification, even my bank statement. "Anyone can fake a screenshot," he says. I push back. "Call the company. Check his GPS. It's all right there." So they do. Leo's manager confirms everything. GPS matches, delivery matches, even my name. Finally, even Officer Eager has to admit it's legit. Karen's not having it. They're all in on it. The whole company's a front. Even the cops are just staring now. Officer Mustache gives her a formal warning for abusing 911. She's sputtering about protecting the neighborhood, but the wind's gone out of her sails. Leo's relieved, but shaken. I bring him inside for water and hand him a tip. He almost refuses, but honestly, the kid's earned it. I promise to call his boss myself if there's any trouble, and sure enough, when I do, I lay out the whole ugly story. The supervisor listens, says she'll escalate it, and the next day, I find out Leo's suspension for police involvement is lifted with back pay. Sometimes the squeaky wool gets the grease. But Karen, her crusade doesn't end with police. Suddenly, I'm getting HOA violation letters for grass height, and garbage cans out too long. Every rule in the book, she throws at me. Instead of folding, I start reading the HOA bylaws cover to cover. Yeah, my evenings are thrilling, thanks for asking. Turns out, she's not following procedures herself. No warnings, no open board meetings, nothing posted like she's supposed to. I document everything, photos, times, dates. I draft a polite but scathing letter to the HOA, CC to every resident I can find. And then, the plot twist. Turns out, I'm not alone. My neighbor Al, the New Balance sneakers guy, saw everything that day and posts about it in the neighborhood Facebook group. Backs me up, calls out Karen for her behavior. Suddenly, others are chiming in. Stories of petty fines, threats over flower beds, a kid fined for a basketball hoop, transparency complaints. The narrative is shifting, and Karen, turns out her name's actually Carol, which, yeah, checks out, can't shut it down. Finally, I get summoned to an emergency HOA board meeting. She's expecting a public shaming. Instead, I bring my file, my receipts, and Al as a witness. She runs through her usual script, waving violation letters like she's prosecuting Watergate. But when I speak, I lay it all out. Her call to 911, her abuse of power, the real cost to Leo, and how the only thing being stolen here was peace of mind. Al backs me up. So do others. The dam breaks. Residents start telling their own stories, and the tide turns. The board votes for Carol to resign on the spot. A standing ovation breaks out. I didn't plan to become a hero, but I won't lie. It feels pretty damn good. Afterward, the neighborhood feels lighter, friendlier, like someone opened a window after years of stale air. AL's elected HOA president. He erases the fines, posts the financials, and the tyranny's over. A couple weeks later, I see Leo making deliveries again. Big grin. Tells me his boss used our story to change corporate training. Even Carol, walking her dog, just looks down, defeated. Eventually, I see a for sale sign go up in her yard. That's justice, right there. She tried to drive me out and ended up running herself off instead. So yeah, that's the story. All I wanted was my oat milk and some peace. What I got was a suburban showdown, a miniature revolution, and the discovery that real community sometimes means fighting like hell for it. Would you have done the same? What's the wildest neighbor drama you've ever lived through? Drop your story in the comments, because justice, like bad HOA presidents, is everyone's business.